What is up, everybody? Glenn here, and I've got kind of a special box to review for you today. Today we're going to talk about My Geeky Goodies. My Geeky Goodies? Well, how can that be? As everybody knows, My Geeky Goodies isn't around right now. Well, interesting story. So, My Geeky Goodies was a box. I'd gotten 2 or 3 of the boxes, and the first box or 2 that I got from them, and this was back in March, April, something like that, were actually really good. Very fun boxes. Pretty much your standard subscription box, which at the time everybody was doing very similar boxes. So got a couple of those boxes, you know, kept up with the subscription. And then we got to the last couple of boxes leading into the summer. And honestly, not great. In fact, one of them I thought was the worst box of the month. And that was their mystery mashup box. They had done a previous mystery mashup box that I didn't get, but the version 2 of the My Geeky Goodies mystery mashup, to me, was just not good at all. You can see my review from so many months ago, which I've got linked up there for you. But it just was just a bunch of random items. There was a pop in there, which was good. It was the Ash Pop. The t-shirt was pretty good too, but other than that, it was just a kind of a nothing box. It really wasn't very good. And kind of surprisingly, right after that box, My Geeky Goodies decided to shut down for the summer. They were going to retool. They were going to, I guess, fix some things and kind of decide what they wanted to get out of their box. So they decided they were going to go away for the summer and come back in the fall with a revamped box. Now, I was really happy about this move because I thought they could use it, number one. And number two, it was good to see a company that was willing to kind of go back to the drawing board on their subscription boxes instead of just plugging ahead and putting out, crap. So this news was pleasing to me. And since then, I've been waiting for them to come back. Well, they haven't come back all the way, but what My Geeky Goodies has done is this month they decided to put out kind of a one-off box. It seems like them dipping their toes in the water again in preparation for them coming back full strength. Maybe kind of getting an idea of how this box goes over. So this one-off box scared me a little bit because what was this one-off box? It was Mystery Mashup Volume 3. As bad as Mystery Mashup Volume 2 was, my immediate reaction was, no, I'm not getting this box. But then I thought about it and I said, well, the whole reason they went away is so they could retool. And they can kind of get their house in order and figure out what they want to do with their box. So let's get this box. It's not a subscription. They haven't brought the subscription all the way back yet. So let's get this box, and if it is a predecessor or a precursor to a new My Geeky Goodies subscription box, let's check it out and let's see what progress they've made. So decided to get the box. The box came this week, so we're gonna check it out and see what Mystery Mashup number 3 is all about. One thing I liked about My Geeky Goodies in their first few boxes that I got from them was that their small items were still interesting. Were still fun items, maybe items that you haven't seen anywhere. So they are keeping up the tradition in this box of smaller items and little trinket type items, and then with 1 or 2 of the feature items. So let's start with the smaller items and see what we've got there. All right, first thing I got out was this little box. It looks like a little, kind of like a soda can or a trash can, and it is the Ugglys Pet Shop. So basically, they're little rubbery figures, and they're ugly pets. Now, opening this up, in addition to the figures, which are little rubbery figures, this one's an old English Sheepdog, and this one is in a plastic case, and it's a rat with an old piece of cheese. Now, thing you get in this with these little guys is a sheet that lists what all of the little pet animals are. So you've got some on the front, some on the back. There's a ton of them actually, and they're put in order. They've got rarities, but they've also got categories. So it's got slimiest, which is basically little pets that have slime on them. Not really, but they look slimy. Smelliest, which we're going to talk about here in a second. Hairiest, grossest, stickiest, limited edition, and then they've got, in some of these containers, they've got surprise poop, which is funny. So, you know, kind of continuing the tradition of kind of gross out little toys, which all started back in the day with Garbage Pail Kids. You know, slime, all that kind of stuff that's kind of nasty. That's what this one's kind of all about. So, the two I got was this old English Sheepdog, and you see he's kind of slimy on the mouth. He's one of in that slimiest category. So kind of a cute little rubbery animal. Again, ugly, because that's the idea. And then this one. This one, I didn't know why, but this one came in a plastic little container there. Well, I figured out why. Once I took him out, and then once I saw which one he was, and this is Rotten Rat, and it's in the smelliest category. And this thing smells awful. It basically smells like something dead, or rotten cheese or something. This is the figure here, and if you could smell through this camera, you'd be grossed out because this is a smelly figure, and that's why it's in the plastic case, so that it doesn't infect the other figure with its stench. So, interesting little figures. I like the design. I like the concept. You know, I'm not big on the gross out things. That's more of a kid thing. But for these little minifigures, at least I've never seen them before, and they're kind of a unique thing there. So that's first of the smaller items. All right, we've got some lip balm. Now we've gotten lip balm in boxes before, not recently. You know, most of the boxes have gone away from things like candy and little, you know, lip balm and little things like that. They've kind of gone away from the modern boxes. But my Geeky Goodies still has it going on. This one is Lucky Charms. So it's a flavored lip balm that tastes like the cereal. It's marshmallow flavored, basically, lip balm. So nothing wrong with that. Never seen it before either. But again, that's one of the hallmarks of the My Geeky Goodies type boxes, is they have these little things in it. Also, you know, similar to what you might find in a Super Geek box or a 1-Up box. Some of the cheaper boxes have these little things in them too. Again, not as much as they used to. All right, a pack of movie cards from Hook from 1991. I've never been a big fan of these boxes putting in these retro baseball card type things. I never break them out. I never even open them. You know, they'll end up somewhere. You know, when I send somebody a box of something, these will end up in there. Just because it's not, you know, it's not really something that I'm that interested in. I guess if if you really get into the retro idea, the 90s, you know, a lot of these box themes lately are kind of getting into 80s and 90s and retro gaming and things like that. This would fit in that. But as far as just in a regular box, not too thrilling for me, but okay. So last small item might be my favorite item in this box. Last video, you might remember, we had big old box of stuff, and they had a very cool Boba Fett keychain in there. Well, I got a keychain in this one too, and it is a keychain of the Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet. It's very heavy, very impressive quality keychain. Lately, we've been getting these Marvel keychains, you know, Thor's hammer, you know, various heavy things. This is the heaviest keychain I've seen, but it's super quality. You can see the Infinity Gems on there, and just a really huge keychain as well. So this is actually a very nice piece. It's one of those that I've said it before with similar things that maybe you wouldn't use per se as a keychain, just because it's kind of impractical as a regular keychain, but it's such a neat piece, such a good piece, that it's very nice to have as a collectible. So that Infinity Gauntlet is just looks very very cool. All right, we've got a couple of Funko items in this box. There's actually more in this box than I thought there would be. So value-wise, they're coming out ahead because they stuffed quite a few. You know, a lot of them were small, but they stuffed quite a few items in this particular box. One of Funko's newest lines is called Mopies, and these are basically the Funko version of the soft plush. Now Funko has a hard plush too. It's the Fabrications, right? But this is the soft plush in the Funko line, and they're kind of pouting versions of the characters in the various realms that we know and love. This one happens to be Robin. These Mopies have like a beanbag bottom so that they sit really well. So they would sit really well on a shelf or on a table or on a chair. You know, most plushies, you know, you try to stand them up and they just fall down. But this one, these Mopies, they're good to line up. They're good to display because they sit really well. And that's pretty smart for Funko because Funko makes collectibles. So this is their way of getting into the plush market, into the small plush market, while still making it kind of a collectible item as well. So this one is actually not bad. I have never been much into plushes, but you know, showing my Funko bias, the fact that these come from Funko and they're designed well and they're detailed. You know, I like the Mopies. I'm not sure I would go out and get them. I'm already getting quite a bit of different Funko collectibles. I'm not sure I would get these, but they're good to include in a box because, you know, the thing I'm always looking for in a box a lot of the time is, am I getting items I wouldn't go out and buy for myself? It's kind of like Christmas. You know, you want presents that you wouldn't just go out and get. Something, you know, unusual, something that somebody thinks that you would like, that maybe you're not aware of. So this is one of those things. I like these. I wouldn't go out and get them myself, but it's cool to see them come to me in a box. All right, the other Funko item, you probably guessed it, is a pop figure. This one is one I don't have. This is Sackboy from the Pop Games series. So from Little Big Planet on PlayStation. This is an unusual pop in that it's got, if you look, it's got a PlayStation license on there, which is unusual to see a license on the boxes other than the Funko license. This is a pretty nice pop, one that I don't have before. It's the only one in the series. If you look in the back, as far as I know, there's no other pops in Little Big Planet. So this is just a one that gets kind of in the middle of the game series. But again, a nice pop. It's licensed. As far as detail, it looks really good. It's a little bit darker than the picture, but still a really good pop that, honestly, I think I may have seen it before, but I was surprised to get it in the box. So, pop figure. So our second Funko from this box. Lastly, we've got a pretty unusual item. Lately, we've been getting some of these off-brand Lego type block toys, and that's what we've got here from Creo. Now, this is Hasbro, so obviously it's a major company, but it's not Lego. So these Hasbro Creo blocks, they're the Hasbro version of Legos, but they're also compatible with Legos. In fact, it says right on the box, works with major brands. They're not allowed to say Lego, obviously, but this one is Transformers, and this is a Transformers, basically off-brand Lego set. So you can make the Transformer car out of there, and then it comes with some figures. Now, it's funny that on this box, it's hard to read, but it says does not convert. So, you know, if you're thinking you're getting a car that's going to go into a robot, that's not going to happen. But it does come with a couple of figures to go along with the set. So, pretty cool, a different toy, something I haven't seen before. I've seen these Creo figures, but usually we get little figures, you know, not actual building sets. So it's no slouch to find this in the MGG box, because these things tend not to be cheap, especially from a major brand like Hasbro. You know, they've got some cheaper Lego ripoffs out there, but this, other than Lego, these blocks are probably next in line, and especially with them being compatible with Lego, they offer a lot of utility. And this is an actual Transformers set. It's not a knockoff. There, it actually is Transformers, even though it's not really Lego. So that's it for this box. I was fairly impressed by this box, especially after the fail that was their last couple of boxes before they took their break. You know, it's good to see my Geeky Goodies kind of come back to some quality with this one-off box. You know, it gives me hope for them coming back as a subscription. Now, having said that, I would say that it doesn't look like it's really, as far as their creativity, it doesn't look like that it's much different than when they left. So, you know, I wasn't blown away by any items. I didn't say, oh, this is different. MGG doesn't normally do this, doesn't do that. It's the same type of things, but these items are much better quality and much better. It's a better curated box for sure. This box is going to get a straight B with me. I wasn't thrilled with some of the smaller items, and I wish they'd get away from throw-ins. I'd rather they just not give me the Balm, the lip balm, and the cards, and maybe the little trash can figure guys, and give me something, one more item that's a little bit higher quality, if that makes any sense. So a lot of these boxes are getting away from the throw-ins. They're doing fewer items of higher quality, and that's kind of what I would like to see from my Geeky Goodies as well. But in general, solid B box. I love the keychain. I mean, that was the one small item that I thought was really awesome. Great to get a pop. My first Mopies, so I can't argue with that. The Legos were interesting as well. So, or the non-Legos, sorry, were interesting as well. So, not a bad box at all. Much better than what they bowed out with earlier in the spring. So, you know, I'm looking forward to be able to subscribe to them again, at least for a 3-month subscription, something when they come back, to kind of see how they are doing. So, that's it for my Geeky Goodies, and I would definitely try this box again when they start up subscriptions again. All right, now that we're done with the box, it's time to announce the next Hall of Famer inductee. Today's inductee into the Hall of Fame is Ryan Parker. Ryan has been a friend of the channel for a very long time, and Ryan is one of the first people to not only connect with me as the middle-aged kid, as the channel, but also connect with me as Glenn. He was one of the first ones to actually friend me on Facebook, and not just follow the middle-aged kid page. So, you know, we've chatted online and kind of become friends that way, on a more personal level than just, you know, someone who watches my videos. So he was one of the first to really make that connection with me, and we've had some great back and forth talking about pops and sub boxes and other things, other mutual interests, and it's great to have him around because you know, he's really done a lot for the channel and a lot to kind of connect with me personally. So congratulations, Ryan. Thank you so much for all of your support of the channel and of me, and you can expect your little gift here pretty soon. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to some of our newer patrons who have become Patreon supporters of the channel. I really appreciate your contribution. Sadie, Elijah, Chris. Those are just a few of the newer patrons that have joined the Patreon campaign. Thank you so much for your support, and it's exciting because in the next couple of weeks, one of you is going to be selected to pick a box from this month. You might even pick my Geeky Goodies, who knows. So wanted to give those couple of shout outs. We'll do that every video just to kind of show my appreciation to the patrons. And lastly, thanks everybody for your support. Whether you're watching, you're liking, you're commenting, obviously subscribers is what it's all about, so I appreciate you subscribing to the channel. I'm also going to do some different videos coming up and different features in the videos. Videos are going to start to get a little bit longer, not too long. This one's a little bit long just because we're going over the Hall of Fame, but I'm also going to talk about some of the other, my fellow YouTubers, my YouTube family, that I think that you would enjoy as far as subscribing to their channels and seeing what they have going on in their world of geekiness as well. So I'm going to start that up next video. But until then, make sure you're hitting us up on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. And we'll see you later other than that.